Hi there, Richard the Dick Coughlin 666. How are you? And this video is to a user who I imagine most of you have probably at this stage already heard of. He goes by the highly appropriate name Fool4alifetime, and he is a good old-fashioned Christian. He's also black, and I normally wouldn't say that, but I'm going to have to because it's actually going to be an important point at later on. I can't actually show you him. He's a little bit DMCA happy, you see, and he had a little bit of a he sent a few threats to oh my God, it's Chris, nice blonde lady. I'm sure you've probably seen her video. So I'm not going to put his video online. I'm not going to show you an image because I don't need another dickhead sending me stupid messages. I have enough of them. The reason I'm focusing on him is because he, believe it or not, has a bit of a problem with gay people. I think he's trained up to be Yoke-Up's replacement. Yes, so because I can't show you his video, and because I can't refute his arguments directly, I thought I'd just open my mouth, let the words come out, and I'd give Fool4alifetime a piece of my mind and all of my cock into his fucking stupid brain. Homosexuals are unnatural, are they? Okay. So what? Because if you, Fool4alifetime, are an example of what is natural, I'm quite happy to embrace the synthetic, unnatural world of, you know, hardcore, gay, nylon-wearing, meth-smoking, anus-rupturing, you know, nuclear-powered, synthetic silicon dildos on a fiberglass boat all the way, if the other option is being you. You are one of the people who does in fact make me think that maybe evolution isn't true, because I can't believe that it's taken 4.7 billion years to produce something as vile and pointless as you are. Homosexuals are unnatural, they're wrong, it's disgusting, it's immoral. And this is where I get to my point about his skin colour, because I have to ask, natural, I have to ask, fool, how does a young black man living in the United States of America become such an ignorantly brain-damaged product of an incestual orgy of spastics? How do you do that? You talk about equality. You said in one of your videos, gays already have equality. Well, equality, well, see, the thing is, fool, you'll never really appreciate the concept of equality. You've never really had a chance to appreciate it, because you have grown up in a generation where most of the hard work has already been done for you. You've been fortunate enough to be born before the generation who had to put in all the effort and the work, to put in all the sacrifices, to give up and risk losing everything, and in some cases lose everything, sometimes possibly, if not always, their life, to fight for something they believed in, to fight for something they knew was right, in the hope that people like you wouldn't have to go through it again. Now, I'm not going to deny that of course there's still race issues. There always will be. You're part of a minority. Minorities will always be subject to being picked on. But don't even kid yourself, young man, that you are living in a time of trouble and strife compared to what the people who've come before you, your parents and your grandfather and your grandmother and your great-grandparents and all them before you, don't think that you understand a damn fucking thing about sacrifice and what it takes to get things done. and what it means to fight for something that's righteous. You can fight for anything. Now you just sit there and moan and pick on people, don't you? You say in one of your videos, gays already have equal rights. Really? Yeah. Yes, in marriage, in adoption, in actual sex. 20 states in America. Sodomy is illegal. In medicine, in politics, in the military, religion, business, general society. They're equal in all of those, aren't they? They have the same, they're treated just the same as everyone else. They're allowed and given everything that everyone else is given, aren't they? No! They're fucking not. Yes, they might have the rights in certain areas. But you know what, there's a difference between having rights and getting them, isn't there? And you, my friend, having watched just a few of your videos, you are the single most pathetic pile of carbon-based fucking bullshit that I have seen since I've been here on YouTube, and that is not an achievement you should be proud of. You see, when the slaves were brought over from Africa, they were brought over to the United States of America, and they would work 18, 20 hours a day for fuck all. They would sleep in a fucking barn. They didn't even get a house. Like you get a blanket. And then when they weren't happy about it, they would kick up a fuss. They'd lost their temper. But the owners, the white owners, what would they say? Oh, it's good enough for them. They've got enough. What more could these people possibly want? Just like you're doing there. When you say that gay people have equal rights already. They already have equality. Well, clearly they don't if you think they're unnatural, you fucking prick. Freedom from slavery finally came, but it wasn't the end. Oh, not by a long shot, was it? Because then when the gun laws were brought in, well, if you were white, you could own as many fucking guns as you wanted. 5, 6, yeah, fuck it, why not? If you were black, no. Can't own a gun if you're black. No. Oh, it's election time, better go out and vote. Oh, you can't, can you? You're black. Sorry, you can't vote. You're black. Sorry, you can't vote. Okay, we'll let you vote. We'll let you vote, but your vote only counts as half a person. Half a person. Okay, what more could they want? They've got enough. What more could these people want? Okay, we'll give you half a vote. Now, don't fall in love, and whatever you do, if you're going to fall in love with a black person. Don't fall in love with a white person. Why? Because it's illegal for you to get married. You don't want to have biracial kids growing up in that time. Oh, no. Get married to black people. Just get married to black people. It'll be okay. What more do you want? Why do you want? What more do you want? What more do these people want? Haven't they got enough? Sure, you can go to church. But you're going to have to go to your own churches. Go to your own fucking churches. Have your own sort of black churches where you do your black stuff. I'd like to come out for dinner tonight. Oh, we can't. Why is that? Oh, because the restaurant and the club we're going to, it's whites only, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry. So you'll have to go to the black place down there. Yes, it's just behind the drain. Yes, it's okay. What are they moaning about? What more do these people want? We're going home now. Get on the bus. Oh, sit on the back. Got to sit at the back of the bus. Can't sit at the front. That would make the white man feel a little bit insecure. Having a Negro sitting in front of him, sit at the back. Unless, of course, a white person comes on and they need a seat. In which case, you've got to get up. And every time one other thing came about, and every time black people had had enough, they would stand up and go, no fucking more. And people, white people, racist, ignorant white people, said exactly the same thing that you said in your video about gay people. Oh, they've got enough, haven't they? They've already got enough. What more do these people want? Yes, you could have stood for 2 minutes on the bus, but it's the fucking principle, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether gay people want to get married or not. It doesn't even matter whether marriage should be recognised or not. It's the fucking principle. Why should they be restricted? Why should they be limited when others are not? Why? Because you think so? Because the book that you read, the Bible, says so? That same book is the reason that your black ancestors were brought over to that country and enslaved, and it was used as a justification? You're using a book that enslaved your fucking people just to hate another group? To make yourself no better than everyone else who's held who's held black people back in America? Does that make you fucking happy? Are you pleased about that? I fucking hope not. Because when you were sitting at the back of the bus, you don't have to sit at the back of the bus. You can sit anywhere you fucking want. You can drive it if you want. Why? Because a woman called Rosa Parks said, no, get up, white person wants to sit down. No, didn't want to do it. She stayed where she was and looked in the massive, glaring face of injustice. Martin Luther King died for a cause, marching and protesting and shouting for something that he believed was more important than his own life, because he was willing to die for it. And he believed in a better future. He believed, and he knew in his heart that he could make a better world for his children, his grandchildren, and everyone else's grandchildren, just like you. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal. All. I have a dream that one day my children will be judged not by the colour of their skin, the way they were born, but by the strength of their character. Why can't that be the same for gay people? Why does it have to be different? You were born black, they were born gay. I know you don't believe that because you're a dickhead, but it's a fact. Fucking live with it. Or spend the rest of your life going, no, 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 because you're a prick. And when Martin Luther King said, I have a dream today, thanks to him and many others, and other people fighting on his cause on his behalf, including white people, but mainly being held back by white people. Because of people like that, we can now sit here in a world in 2009, in February 2009, with Barack Obama as the American president, a man whose father was an immigrant from Kenya and whose mother was a white woman from Wisconsin. And he got there. Do you know how he got there, fool? Do you know how he got there? He got there the way that everyone gets somewhere. He got there the same way. He got there the same way that Dr. King got there. Nelson Mandela. And that was through unity and stopping people being afraid of each other. Trying to make people come together and be humans. And accept that we're all alive and we're all here. And we're never going to get anywhere unless we start fucking getting on with each other and start learning and understanding and opening our horizons. Because when Dr. King stood and said, I have a dream, I would imagine he wouldn't have believed it if you'd said 45 years later. There would be a black man and a white man standing on a stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people, billions watching around the world, just having won the election in America, saying to the world and to his country, when we are faced with cynicism and doubt, we will let ring out that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. And that's great, isn't it? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a wonderful sentiment? But fool, you clearly haven't been paying attention to any of this, have you? This must have all passed you by. All these events, all this history, all this heritage. Yeah? Hasn't passed me by. I know about it. And doesn't that embarrass you? That some skinny, working class white boy from England knows more, understands more, and appreciates more the suffering and the struggle throughout history more than you do. And I understand it, and I embrace it more than you do. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for that? Really? Don't you feel disgusted inside? Really? Why is it that your heart and soul has led you away from everything that made it better for black people in America? And instead of going that way, instead of going through progression and embracing and accepting people and loving people and working together, you've gone the other way. You've decided to embrace cruel, instinctive, blind prejudice. The same instinctive, blind prejudice of the people who enslaved your ancestors when they were brought over to America. The people who did everything they could over the last couple of 100 years to make people like you, black people like you, feel worthless, trodden down, and not being able to get anywhere. They've done everything they can, and now you're one of them. I hope you're fucking pleased. Because you've become the very thing that your people, your ancestors, fought to overcome and destroy. And you, fool, you are a disgrace to your family, to your heritage, to your ancestors, to your country. You are a disgrace to the human race. And if your ancestors could see you now, and could hear you now, and if they could stand in front of you and see you for what you are and what you've become, a tear would fall down their cheek and they would feel so heartbroken, because they would have felt like all that work, all that sacrifice, and you didn't learn anything. You got every advantage they didn't, and you fucking wasted it, and you became everything that they fought against. You should be a fucking ashamed of yourself. Just to spit in their face and shit on their graves. Fool, I want you to think about that next time you're ranting about gay people. Think. Seriously. Shut the fuck up and think. This is Richard the Dick Coughlin 666 saying good night, and may God be much less than a fool for a lifetime.